Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to Prophecy of Pendor. Now, just as I was waiting at Shieldstorm Castle, we received an offer of Pièce. I actually don't know how to say that word, but it's Pièce or something along those lines. Pièce offert, or something along those lines. So, I'm not entirely sure whether we're going to be accepting this from the Empire or anything like that, but we're going to try our very hardest to reject it in their faces. Yes, we're going to be rejecting that right back at them, and we are going to be continuing our besieging spree. Yes, we're going to very much head down to Calendane, maybe over to Wolven Castle. I feel as though that is going to be a much better idea, because I have been told that Almera Castle, which is very close to Buttery Biscuit Bulwark, is unfortunately a siege tower and has a very deadly layout. So thank you very much for that. Oh, and also hello, Titus. Titus Legatus. Oh, yes, this is not good, as you can see. He has actually not much to speak of. He does have heavy infantry, a lot of heavy infantry in actual fact, which is definitely something to speak of, but the main problem here is the crossbowmen. 96 regular crossbowmen, and as we know, even skirmishers can take us out. Yes, even skirmishers. So let's just take a look at, see who needs to level up. Oh, Sarah the Fox. Okay, well, we need to level her up, apparently. So let's go into her and take a look at her stats, and we're going to see what we can do. Obviously, she doesn't seem to be having any complaints about the other companions now, or at least the other companions not about her, so we'll see what's actually going on with that. But I think for now what we're going to do is we're actually going to get her some power throw, because as you can see, she actually does have some pretty good throwing skill, not thrusting skill. No, of course. But we're going to get her some proficiency in throwing, and I think, yeah, we'll turn her into some sort of amazing throwing goddess. I think that would be pretty cool. So, otherwise... wait a minute. Do I actually have some throwing weapons right now? Yes, we do. They may be bent, but I am sure she'll make it work. I am sure she'll make it work. I'm sure she's seen a lot worse than that. So, yes, there we go. Now, let's see. Let's talk about how you upgrade your weapons. I want you to take one-handed weapons and shields, and I would also like you to get throwing weapons and throwing weapons. There we go. Very nice. Okay, so she's going to do that. Obviously, I don't want her to use the... Oh my, she's using the utter epitome of terrible, terrible things in terrible, terrible lands. So yes, she definitely needs a better sword, and she needs, in general, better gear. As you can see, she's just wearing the... Oh, it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. Okay, so this is actually better than what she has, so I guess I'll give her that to start off with. Her shield skill is abysmal. I actually don't think... Yeah, she has two in... Oh, she actually has two in shields. Oh, okay. Well, I take that back. She does actually have some pretty good shield skill there. So that's not too bad. So otherwise... Yeah, I think we're all good. Now, I do seem to remember that someone actually stated that a pilgrim died in the previous battle, but we have two others, and I'm pretty sure the one that has stuck with us throughout this entire endeavor is still alive. I mean, they look exactly the same, so I guess we can just basically call them the same person. So, yes, we will just have the pilgrims with us. We also have another monk, who is also a tea and biscuit savior, so I don't think we really have to worry about that too much. Now, what is Titus doing? Oh, hello there. You appear to be exiting your amazing, amazing castle. I'm going to be heading after him, in actual fact. Hello there, yes. Now, he does have Guardian Empire Knights, which I am actually quite... Oh, here we go, which I'm actually quite a little bit worried about, but that's exactly the reason why I wanted to chase him into the forest, because we are on a hill, and the trees will maybe stop him in their tracks, I suppose. Can't I persuade you to say a little more? Oh, you try my patience. Apparently, we are not going to be taking him anytime soon, so yeah, we're a bit disappointed about that, but maybe a few drinks later and he may change his mind, maybe something like that. No, of course not. Yeah, probably not. So, oh, here we go. Apparently he's just charging in? Is he just going to charge in immediately? That's a little bit much, isn't it? maybe that's not going to happen. Maybe he's just being a little bit coy about things here. Do bear in mind we have so many cavalry units with throwing weapons and ranged weapons in general that I think we might actually be in with a very good chance of dealing some nice damage here. But obviously the main problem that we have is our ranged units are right on the front lines now. But we had to, because if we don't do this, then the ranged units are just going to be pointless and then utterly useless in actual fact, because they are going to be right behind the hill and they're not going to be able to do anything. Obviously, it does help if I'm actually able to deal damage to our opponents, so let's try and kill that Empire Knight. There we go. Maybe we're able to deal some damage to that guy? Yes, that was a Guardian Empire Knight, no less. And we're actually able to eliminate them in one hit, as you can see. Look at that. That's absolutely insane damage. Oh yeah, that's exactly what I like to see. Okay, so now, I do have some throwing weapons. I'm actually going to make good use of them by killing the next enemy I see. Yes, that fellow. Ah, no. Okay, apparently this fellow is going to be the one. Ooh, we actually did hit him, but obviously my throwing weapons are not particularly the most damaging, so bear that in mind. Oh, hello there. You appear to have a lance. I did hit the horse in the head, but that's not particularly going to help us out, is it? Okay, well, we can just continue being an annoyance, because that's what we do, isn't it? That is what we do. We may as well call ourselves Beartild the Annoyance, or something along those lines, because that's literally all we're doing right now. We are just annoying them to no end, and that's it. So I guess we're a good annoyance, because, well, we seem to be taking many of the distractions away from maybe our units, so they're taking a little bit less damage. Maybe that's happening. Yeah, that's not really happening right now, is it? No, not particularly. So, yes, one thing we do need to do is charge our archers in, because if we don't, we are probably going to be without their assistance for the rest of the fight, and it's going to be an absolute travesty where we see all of our units get killed because we don't have their support. So, let's get them over here as quickly as they can run, of course. Come on, try and take him out. Try and take him out. Oh no! Oh no, I seem to be stuck a little bit. Well, we don't want to be some sort of coward at the back of the field, do we? Even if we get taken out, it doesn't matter, because we have shown our bravery to the remaining forces of our opponent, and they know that they will be demoralized forevermore because they know that they have no biscuits back at their camp. Of course. I mean, what else would they be demoralized about? Certainly not defeat, because defeat is not a brand of biscuit. But victory is. So you can very much easily tell that we will have victory at the end of this. Oh yes, we will have victory. Now, let me just run into this tree, because the tree is apparently an enemy of ours. Wait a minute. Maybe I can... Wow, this is the most pitiful fight I have ever seen. Those two guys trying to kill me with pole arms, and us trying to kill them when they wouldn't even allow us to get really close. So that was pretty amusing, I have to say. Oh, wow. Okay, so, as we can see here, wow, we've actually done a pretty decent amount of damage to him, but I was hoping for more damage and less casualties. We are taking quite a few casualties here, and I guess all we're going to have to do now is just eliminate the stragglers. Ooh, that is a Shadow Legion unit, if ever I saw one. Yes, it is. Okay, well, let's try avoiding being skewered by a bolt in the face. That would be nice. Take out that Empire Armored Crossbowman, and now our ranged units are actually starting to catch up and mop up the rest. Oh yes, that's what we like to see. So there we go, I think that's it. Shall we take that guy out? Ooh, there we go, our horse wanted a bit of the action there, and he knocked him unconscious, very nice. Good work. Okay, so otherwise, there we go. That's actually really nice, because we do get that 27 renown and that 29 morale, which is really going to help us to survive the upcoming campaign against them. Obviously, they are seeming to be wanting to lick their wounds, so to speak. So, it is just a matter of us allowing them to. If we allow them to do that, and they actually do make peace with us, then would that be a good idea? I'm actually unsure, because we have them on the back foot right now, don't we? They are actually not deciding to do anything of note. They are literally doing nothing. So, it would be probably foolish of me to declare peace with them, because, well, if we have the advantage, then why would we say peace, right? I mean, surely. I mean, we're in the vicinity anyway, because we are, of course, going to be heading back to our Buttery Biscuit Bulwark to actually retain our helmet. We do want to get our helmet back at some point. And obviously, that requires us to be in Empire territory. Obviously, being at war against them is obviously causing things to be a little bit difficult. Because, well, they want our head on a pike. And, well, they want to raid our stash of tea and, well, you know, the B word. So, yeah, we really want to try and protect those things. But, obviously, maybe what we could do is actually just get an order patrol going or something along those lines. Because then we'd get a huge amount of centurions and things like that. Ooh, here we go. So he actually eyes us cautiously. Okay, well, we're going to take him prisoner. Are we? Maybe I shouldn't have taken him prisoner, because getting some more honor would probably really help to get more noble recruits, but we do have quite a lot already, and we do need to keep up with our wages and things, so I guess that's fine. I guess that's not a big problem. So, otherwise, we're going to be heading on to Wolven Castle, because we have about 20 days now until that helmet is ready for pickup. So, let's head on. Oh my, really? That is terrible. That is absolutely awful. I really hate that. Okay, so I guess because Callandane Castle is a little bit closer to Shields... is it? It's about the same distance, isn't it? I don't know. It's closer to Seven Cross Keep, and I guess this is closer to Noldor lands, which is actually really good. So we might just want to take Wolven Castle if Callandane Castle ends up being a siege tower as well, because a siege tower is just... I really can't stand to do one of those right now. So we're just instead going to head in here, and... That was a misclick. That was a misclick, you know. Well, isn't that amazing? Try to fight your way out. Yes, I have a dagger. And throwing knives. And a dagger. And they have pikes. This is amusing. I have a lute stuck in my arm. I am Loot Man. Oh yes, I am Loot Man. Okay, so let's do this. I'm gonna run over here. Try and solidify my advantage. Is this a shield? This is a shield. This loot is a shield. Okay. Well, this is amusing and terrible at the same time. This is very bad. Okay. This is... Okay. Well, yeah, I don't even know. I have no words. I have no words for the terrible, terrible decision to give me a very small dagger. Now, it is... what am I supposed to do with this? I mean, I'm pretty sure they're not feeling any of my attacks. So, I don't know. I mean, I guess they are actually unconscious slightly, so I guess that's okay. We can just take advantage of that. Now, maybe what we can do is just... Yep, there we go. Okay, so now I'm taking a lot of damage from this last fellow, but I need to... Yeah, okay. Did we survive? Did we actually survive this? You drive off the guards and cover your trail before running off, easily losing your pursuers in the maze of streets. And now we can take a walk around the courtyard. Because we so want to do that, don't we? We so want to do that. Thank you so much for being so irritating. Yes, that was great. Well, that was my own fault because I misclicked, of course, but that situation, I gotta say, that was just mind-blowing. Absolutely mind-blowing. Okay, well... Let's try not to misclick this time. Okay, let me just... oh, what's happening? Oh, my mouse is just going everywhere. Yeah, I know. Yes. And this is also a siege tower. Isn't that amusing? Yes, after all of my trials and tribulations actually deciding which castle we are going to siege, it ends up that every one of these castles is a siege tower. So that's great. And also, we have this, apparently. Yes, this. I thought this was going to be an achievement of some sort, but no. It's just Jarl Bjorn Farstrider of the Fyrds Vane founding a chapter of the Order of the Blue Castle in Mr. Meyer Castle. Wow, that's quite the mouthful, isn't it? And I'm sure his... Look at that boot. That is a long boot. Wow. Okay, well, let's see what's actually going on here. Apparently, they are deciding to attack us. I'm actually kind of surprised, considering they only have 626 units. I mean, really? Only? I mean, come on. They could have easily come at us with above 1,000, and we still would not have been worried. I'm actually kind of surprised that they decided to do this. It's one of those situations where you're just flabbergasted that the AI decided to do something like this, because we have obviously more numbers. I mean, there's no way that they can attain victory here. I mean, they outnumber us, what is it, 3-1? But even so, numbers are not on their side. It doesn't matter how many numbers they have. I mean, we have the power of the biscuit, the power of the tea, and we really cannot lose. We cannot lose. So let's get our units into a nice position here. Why not? I mean, victory awaits us at the end of this battle. And if you've forgotten, victory is a type of biscuit. So yes, that also is an incredibly good way to go. So let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. Why not? Let's get our infantry and cavalry just charging straight on in there, and we'll get our archers over here. We're going to put them in ranks as well. Let's get them to stand closer once, and let's get our tea and biscuit saviors to stand over there. Why not? Let's get our ruby rune sword cutting through Empire flesh. Yes. Come on now. Yes, there we go. That's exactly what we like to see. And we like to see the fact that we actually charged in first. I am getting very tired of being the one to be attacked. So we are going to start taking much more of an aggressive stance on things, in my opinion. There we go. If you push the nice guy too far, then this is what happens, Empire. Yes, I thought I would let you, you know, just build up your forces and do whatever you needed to do. But now you've pushed us too far, and we are deciding to wreak havoc against you in this instance. And it actually seems to be paying off dividends, in actual fact. We are not losing too many units, and it's mainly because they primarily have polearm people and those people that shoot things at us. Yes, technical terms. Very, very technical terms that I'm sure many of you will appreciate. So let's just eliminate all of those guys. And we don't really need to worry about them because they only have pokey sticks. Oh yes, pokey sticks. Nothing really to worry about. Actually, some of our people have pokey sticks. We must exile them after this. You cannot use pokey sticks in my army. Not unless it is longer than 500,000 meters. Or miles. Or whichever unit of distance is applicable in the situation. Yes, exactly. That's the way to go. Now, I would like to eliminate those guys. In all fairness, I would like to eliminate the pokey sticks fellows because they actually deal some pretty significant damage. So, yes, we have been eliminated many a time by a halberdier or an armored pikeman. So it would be nice to actually eliminate those guys. They're actually seeming to deal some pretty significant damage as well to our majority forces, which I have to say is highly disappointing, but we have eliminated 19 of them so far. One of our legionnaires is actually fighting against one of the legionnaires of theirs, and I was just going to help him out a little bit there. It's actually pretty good to help him out somewhat, just to make sure he's going to survive. Okay, now, come on. Yes, a lovely thrust into the head there. There we go. Now, come on. Yeah, maybe we can do a little bit more damage. Come on, horsey. Ooh, that guy was going to kill us. Yes, if we had allowed that thrust to go through, he would have easily hit our face, and we would have just been so shocked that he hit us that we would be just fainting on the floor and sliding all over the place. Because apparently the grass is actually slimy or something along those lines, and someone filled it with funny slime goo. Or something along those lines, yes, probably. Okay, come on. Oh, no. That was 35 damage. That's a lot. 35 damage. Well, at least it wasn't 70. Well, that was amusing. Did you see that? Those guys are literally being knocked unconscious by that Netherworld Charger. Because, of course, that is... Wait a minute. Who rides a Netherworld Charger here? Only my units. Only the Lemon Knights. Okay, I actually took a lot of damage for some reason by the Netherworld Charger. Now, this is the Netherworld Charger right here. Now, I'm actually really surprised that there's someone here that can actually use it. Maybe one of the demonic units? Maybe a Heretic Magnus? I don't think a Heretic Magnus uses it. Am I right? Wait a minute, let's take a look. Who did he have here that could use that? I don't see anything. I do not see anything. Maybe it's the Guardian Empire Knights? Or maybe it's Marius Imperator's horse itself. Maybe. Maybe that's the case. Okay, well, I suppose first off, we're actually just going to leave because I don't think Calandine Castle is worth it now. And we're going to try and lure Varius Legatus away from Marius Imperator. It's maybe not going to work out. Probably not. Now that it's night, it's not going to work out. But nevertheless, we're going to be leaving the next few rounds to the next episode. And so I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.